Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to Let's Play Wolcen, Lords of Mayhem, in Chapter 3, Illusions of Peace. Find a path to the Vault of Truth. That we will do, and I am curious, not only do I like the setting in the desert, I as well wonder what kind...
This shrine is occupied.
What kind of new enemies we are going to face.
Identify yourself!
Stand aside, boy. Where is your commander?
Near the campfire. You think we did the right thing? Abandoning our brethren like that?
Ganesh, is that you?
Gendris, you made it, brother. Are you the ranking officer?
I was, but you are now, Eos.
What happened up there?
Several weeks ago, a demonic spawn of a new kind revealed itself to us. It introduced itself as Sinadrihel, Herald of the Blind Prince. My brethren tried to banish it, but it didn't even have to fight back. It just changed them. They seemingly lost the will to fight, becoming thrall to its will. Soon, most of us fell to its magic.
The pacification. It has begun.
What is that?
Fury's ascent. As Ahriman's summoning approaches, the cult of the Blind Prince gets stronger and bolder. Sinadrihel leads the first of waves of legions to come.
Lady's mercy. We have to warn what's left of our armies and...
And what? Fuel Ahriman's ranks further? There is not time for that. We act now.
What's in your mind?
Was the inner sanctum breached?
No. I sealed it myself before leading those I could convince down there.
Good. We'll assemble the Hellion and use its power to stop Ahriman's conjuring.
You can't mean it.
Oh, trust me. I do.
What does that mean?
You haven't told them, have you? No wonder they agreed to this.
What will happen if we use the Hellion? Ganesh?
Anathea, the Lady of Dawn herself, created the Hellion by imbuing part of herself into it. She gave it to our ancestors so that we would have a weapon to summon her powers, to defend mankind if everything else had failed. This weapon only ever served once, several centuries ago. While it fulfilled its function and brought victory, something else happened that we could not anticipate. Its use broke something. We still do not know why it happened to this day, but conjuring Anathea's powers for just a few seconds opened an abyssal rift far to the north, easing the passing of demonic entities from the abyss into this world. In saving themselves, they put at risk all future generations. Realizing that the price to pay was too big, our ancestors broke the Hellion in half and hid its pieces in 2 vaults, forbidding its reconstruction.
It's too risky, Ganesh. Only a madman would wield such power.
I don't care much for that mumbo-jumbo. The way I see it, the pacification has already started. Republicans have fallen to it in Crimson Keep, and now your precious vault is already turned. And Ahriman isn't even here. We hardly have the luxury to play it safe.
Ganesh, you should have told us. But she's right. One man has a plan, the other has doubts. I go with the plan.
This is blasphemous.
We will do what must be done, brother. We will stop Ahriman, with or without your help.
I don't know. We can't take that decision. The stakes are too high.
We cannot wait for them to make up their mind. I will prepare a prayer to shield my men and Valeria against the pacification, for the battle to come. Meanwhile, you move into the vault and get the Hellion's second piece.
Wait, won't I be pacified?
You're an Ascended. Act like one. You will resist it, and you will prevail. Now, go. Attune yourself to the Searing Song's altar at the end of each of the vault's wings, and unseal the inner sanctum. There you shall find what we seek.
Good luck, brother.
Alright, we will try that out. Let me actually quickly... Okay, where is our stash? I would like to Is the town portal working? That would be very, very neat, because I would quickly... Okay, great. Put something in here. Oh my goodness. I need to... I am so messy. I don't even know. Let's put this stuff right here. Because I want to keep that stuff right here in order to think about using it on a later stage. Actually, if you are wondering what these pieces are doing here, I was thinking about using them against the boss in the boss fight, because they would increase our health quite rapidly to, I guess, around, we are now at 5.7 plus 1000 HP. I would assume those two items would give us max HP. So I was thinking, if I luckily the damage increase we have is helping. If that wouldn't have helped,
My own again. All right, let's find that vault.
I would have tried to, you know, have more HP and try to kill the boss. So okay, that's a little bit weird, but good. We have a little...
I must attune to the Lady of Dawn before that gate opens.
Ah, okay, that means that does make sense. I saw on the minimap up there these stairs and was wondering whether I should go down there at first. Okay, it's the Wing of Faith. And he does not want... Okay, no, he got in there.
There's nefarious magic echoing through these halls. The cult of the Blind Prince has been hard at work. No.
Okay, they are okay, the ghost I obviously did not hit. That makes sense. Or spirit, as it being called here. Well, I hit it actually. It just did not die. Okay, fair enough. Okay, that was good. Let's take this stuff down. A little bit of gold, always much appreciated overall. This act reminds me, of course, as well of sorry, of StarCraft, not StarCraft, of Diablo 2 actually, where you had I think it was Act 2, where you were plus toughness. In Act 2 it was the Desert Act, I think, and always my first memories go in there when I see such in every game. It's weird, I know, but well, that is just me. So this one is down. That looks like a small Diablo actually. What the hell is this? Ah, okay, it was a chest, but I think those items here were not the greatest of all. So a lot of big critical hits there. Over 10,000 damage with each swing, or with one swing. Very, very cool indeed. What I did, the last boss fight we had there against the Lambach was actually pretty damn tough. Overall, I think it cost me 3 to 4 hours overall to kill it. The problem there, or not a problem, the time consumer there that I leveled, I increased our level to by 2 in order to actually, you know, do more damage, and I sought new items. Oh, that was wrong. And I you know, looted new items in order to increase our damage. Actually, I increased it then from 1400 to 2000 by only, and think about that, only, not by a weapon, but by the normal non-weapon items. That was quite insane. That's the good thing if you are playing a game where you have lots of loot, then of course you have a higher chance, I think, at least if it's adjusted correctly, to find upgrades, and I then worked, I've never done that before in this game at least, worked with this shard in order to see that our critical hit chance is not going down too far, but the damage is increasing, and that helped out. It then still was, well, not the most easiest fight, and I said that before, I absolutely enjoy this game. I've said that many times, and I still love this game, I enjoy it, but there are certain things in this game I do not like. And for example, the boss fight, I can tell you, was absolute hellish and garbage for me. And yes, I see it there. In those kind of games, when you can't beat the boss, you need to increase your level, increase your item quality, whatever. I get that, but even with the increased item, with increased items, it was very annoying to take this boss down, because there were certain things which in my opinion just did not work out. For example, there was a little edge where you could get stuck. You needed to get close to the boss and then you get stuck there, you couldn't go away. I think that for such a game is absolutely, well, garbage, especially if the enemy, the boss, throws out AoE attacks there all the time. Another thing, another feature I did not like at all, that the boss was actually pushing out new, certain points it was pushing out mobs, or as they are actually called ads, which in the end could or would spawn new enemies as well, and they then surrounded you, which is great because you couldn't get, or I at least didn't know how to get out of the surround there, and then what happens? The AoE damage takes you down. Great! What I just wanted to say there in the end is that the fight was very frustrating for me. I'm so glad that I did it in the end, but it was very hard after all. I do hope, guys, I do hope that the next enemy, the next boss, is going to be a little easier to kill. As I always say, I love challenges. I enjoy difficult games as well. Games where you need to think, you need to train, so to say. But I would enjoy a easier battle there once in a while. What I have to say, even before I increased my items, increased the item quality, so to say, I then for 2 hours just played the boss, tried, got better at phase 1 against the small Lambach, got better until the point that I only died 2 times with her, and in the end then only dying 1 time, and after, in the last hour, only dying, not dying in the first phase and having all the deaths for the last phase of the enemy. That helped out, that you can get adjusted to certain, well, you need to train for certain bosses. That is what I wanted to say there. Quite neat, but tough battle after all. So we have a little solo, well, solo dungeon is a weird thing to say, I think, but I honestly do in this game enjoy these little dungeons a lot, because in my wandering for better items, I found a lot of them down there in those little dungeons. Whenever you see them in this game, go into them. What is a little tinsy bit annoying, I even found a great weapon, this one, the isolation bow. Absolutely would use it if I would be a ranged guy, and that is a little bit sad that this is actually not for us at all. So let's put that there, and I'll put this one on the other side, and then we can practically sell all this crap here. It is not worth keeping. But I already noticed this is a little longer episode now, 15 minutes. Guys, that leads us right now to the end of this episode, and you know it, I as usual, really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed this episode and want to see this little dungeon here, then I hope I see you in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day, stay frosty, bye.